In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a high-ticket program, how you can leverage this Q4 and make insane money as an e-commerce coach. So we're going to go through how to structure a high-ticket offer, how to build the backend system, and how to set up your team to scale to multi-six figures. Now, there's a little premise here. The premise is that you need to at least have even just a small social media presence. So a good amount of views on YouTube, anywhere from 2,000 and up, Instagram presence, and then being at least on TikTok. And X is really optional, but it can help, right? So phase one, you need to define your offer. So first thing first, you need to break down what the webinar is going to be about. So for example, in this case, since Q4 is approaching, you can title it how you can make the most from this Q4. So then the second thing you want to do is defining what the program is going to include. So for example, it's going to be 3 months one-on-one access with you, and you will help them scale during Q4. And then you will underline the fact that there are limited spots. After doing this, you need to set up a launch date and launch time. And this really depends on your type of audience, but generally Sunday evening is the sweet spot for pretty much everyone, because who does anything on Sunday evening, right? So that's the perfect time to have people at home. Then you have to set up price and the payment plan option. If you know that the program is going to be a huge success, you can speak with Whoop, Stripe to lower your fees. And then you have to start promoting, this is very important, 10 to 15 days before the drop date. And this is phase one. Now we go to phase two. Now in phase two, we need to validate the offer, get people hyped, and we need to build relatability with our audience. Now let me break down what I mean. So we will start with YouTube, which is the most important platform. So you start posting 2 to 3 value education videos per week. So no flashy edits, no flashy things, no flashy lifestyle, no flashy edit, just pure educational videos. And then you have to hype up the date of the event in each video. If you want, you can create a mini 15 to 20 seconds promo video saying, hey, on this date, I'm going to launch the biggest event. Is going to be something that's going to disrupt the market and blah, 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 right? And then you can place it on at the beginning and the end of each video that you post. And then you will attach a link to a waitlist page in the description. The waitlist page, I'm going to break it down after, so you will see. So by doing this, you are actually building relatability with your audience, because once you provide them educational content, case studies and stuff like this, people trust you more. People see that you are in the trenches with them. They can relate to you. People buy from people who they can relate to. Now on Instagram, we're going to leverage Instagram story sequences. You've probably seen people put in 4 or 5 stories, and then they have text on those stories, right? And where they share maybe their journey or talk about something, and then they tell you, hey, DM me if you want to work with me and stuff like this. You're going to leverage that. You're going to share results. You're going to ask people problems. You're going to use the question stickers. You're going to use polls and stuff like this. Now, we're doing all of this, first of all, to get leads, but then to understand what people's problems are and if your program is going to be useful for them. And then you're going to announce the date of the event and then tell them, hey, it's a limited spot, so you need to join the wait list. So the CTA can be DM me the word, you decide the word, Ecom or something like that, or then you can redirect them to the waitlist page that you're going to have in your bio. If you go on the DM side, you need to have a setter or leverage an AI tool that is going to reply to them and then get their details and subscribe them to the waitlist. For X and TikTok, it's really the same, right? You create content there to hype up the event, and then you get them to click the link in the bio and subscribe to the waitlist. Now, as you can see, all of the traffic that we're getting from socials goes straight on the waitlist page. Now, let's see how the waitlist page is going to be. So it's simply going to have a landing page, and on this landing page, you're going to have a VSL. Now, in this VSL, it's simply going to talk about what people can expect from the webinar. So you're going to hype up the hell out of this webinar. So you're going to say, hey, this is something that I've never done before. If you're an e-com dropshipping, this Q4 is going to be memorable. And then you show some results and you get them hyped, right? So under the VSL, there's going to be a questionnaire form. And this questionnaire form, we place it there simply to filter out people who can purchase your high-ticket program and people who can't. We'll ask them questions like, hey, what's your budget? Are you currently running a store or not? How much are you generating with your store? Just to see if they are qualified or not qualified. So after the waitlist, they get sent into a private Telegram group. So no matter if they are qualified or not, they get sent into this Telegram group. And then we give them another option, which is to buy a VIP ticket. Now, what is the VIP ticket? The VIP ticket is simply an opportunity to speak with you 1 hour before the webinar. So we're going to grant them an access to a general call where they can ask you whatever they want, but this has to pay a premium. So 1 hour before the webinar, whoever purchased the VIP ticket, they can join this call. Now, the only goal in the Telegram group is to share results, share case studies, share wins, and communicate scarcity. So, for example, we're gonna say, hey, the VIP tickets are running out. If you want, you can buy it from this link, right? And then we attach the link. So pretty much the goal with the Telegram group is to feed into the hype. Now, after we do this, we will have a wait list, but then we'll have non-qualified leads and qualified leads. So let's see for the non-qualified leads. So let's say they have a budget of less than $1,000, right? We will send them a dedicated email sequence, and then we will push them to buy a low ticket offer. So this can be your school group, a mini course, or whatever you want. Anything that's a low ticket offer, anything that's is probably below $100, right? Because if they don't have the budget, they're not gonna spend more than it's hard they're even gonna spend more than $100, right? So anything below $100, we can offer it to them. If they don't buy that, we're going to send them an email sequence with testimonials saying, hey, Ryan was in your same situation, but he joined our school group and he was able to make his price $10,000. Now, in this email sequence here, our only goal is to break beliefs and then get them to purchase our low ticket offer. If they decide to buy the low ticket offer, we will be making money from it, and then redirect them all to your YouTube. That's why it's very important you keep on pushing out YouTube content. So let's see for qualified leads, right? So this maybe are the people who have 10K plus of budget. We will send them a different dedicated email sequence where we will hype the upcoming events, and then we will push a high ticket offer. It can be something like an elite group, which is a high ticket private group. So then if they don't buy, we will send them email sequence with testimonials, plus still hyping up the upcoming events, because we know that these people have the means to purchase your program. Now, let's say that your program is probably going to be 15K, right? These people have the budget for it. So we will keep on pushing and hyping up the events because we know that these people can purchase the program. Now, if they decide to buy, we'll get money from it, right? And then, once again, we redirect everyone to your YouTube. So now we will have a whole system in place that capture leads, qualifies them, and send them personalized automations. We'll have a Telegram full of people, and then we'll have content on all socials driving traffic to this funnel. And the most important thing is that you post every day. So on the Telegram, you're posting, on Instagram, you're posting, on TikTok, on X, on YouTube, you have to leverage the community post, and so on. Now, on the day of the webinar, very important, you have to send 24 hours, 12 hours, 6 hours, 30 minutes, 15 minutes email reminders, plus 15 minutes before the webinar, we'll send them either an SMS or WhatsApp reminder, right? Because we've built so much hype and we don't want people to maybe forget about it, right? We want the most amount of people we can on that webinar. So that's why the date that you do it, the date and the time that you do it is very important. You're going to create a YouTube community post. You announce it on all social media, so Instagram, X, TikTok. You will announce it on the Telegram group, plus other groups that you have. So if you have the low ticket school group, the elite group, and stuff like this. So then whoever didn't purchase the VIP ticket, you're going to give them an ultimatum, a last chance to buy the VIP ticket. If everything that you did was right, on the Telegram group, there should be so much hype and so much FOMO for whoever didn't buy a VIP ticket. So you offer them an opportunity to either buy at the same price or at a higher price. So instead of $150, you're going to maybe go to $200, $250, something like this. Now, on the webinar, if you work with me, I'll create the perfect structure for you to get the best results. If you want to leverage your team, go ahead. But the most important thing is that you present and explain the program, right? You tell them how much it's going to be. You underline the fact that it's a limited capacity program, and then you have to show them the next steps. So the next steps are going to be, hey, because it's a limited capacity program, we only want to work with serious people. So if you want to talk with our sales team, there's a deposit fee of $1,000, which is totally 100% refundable. And then that's going to allow you to speak with the team, ask any type of questions you want, and figure out the payments, right? So if they want payment plans, they can have 3 months at, for example, 6K, or a one-time fee for 15K. So by doing this, you are creating FOMO and enforcing the limited spots belief, because it's not just a fake scarcity. You're going to show them, hey, it's real. We mean business. And by doing this, you will see that each and every one you will direct to your sales team is a very hot lead, right? Because they paid, right? They're not going to ghost you. They're going to show up, and then they're going to buy your program. The only thing your sales team needs to do is to explain in details the program and then collect payments. So as I said, you have more qualified and high intent prospects. Now, if they don't buy the program, you can downgrade them to elite group if they're not already there. So you can tell them, hey, since you jump on this call, instead of paying 4K for 4 months, it's going to be 3K, right? This is just an example. And then no matter if they buy or not, they will have a dedicated email sequence. And plus, we're gonna call them once a week. You're gonna have someone calling them once a week, telling them, hey, how is everything going? How is your business going? How are you finding the group? Is there something that we can improve? Just start giving them that high level customer experience, because they paid to talk with your team. They're probably paying you the lead group, right? So the minimum you can do is to offer a high end customer experience. Now, if they buy, you simply just onboard them. With this system in place, it's pretty much impossible to not hit high-end 6 figures. So now we have phase 5, which is the final phase. 12 hours after the webinar, you're going to send a recap of the webinar to the whole email list, right? You're probably going to make the most amount of money on the first day, but rest assured that some money can be made after day 1 as well. So then you keep on the email sequence going, and then you focus on giving the best customer experience ever. Because once people love the experience that they get with you, they will recommend it to others. And then if you launch again next year, they will want to be part of it. Focus on giving the best customer experience ever. So I call this the high ticket drop system. Now, this system allows you to make money not only from your final program offer, but also from your low ticket offer, the VIP tickets, the elite group, and finally your program. So there's literally no way, if you have the proper systems in place, the proper follow-ups and the proper automations and the proper team, to not hit multi 6 figures. And your only focus would be to create value content and then provide the best customer experience with your programs. That's all you have to do. So if you want to implement the system, especially now that Q4 is approaching and you want my help, you can book a call with me. The link is going to be in the description. If you want me to take over and build this entire system specifically for you, you can also book a call. We can have a chat about that. And if you're a coach in another space, this system can be also leveraged in your space. We just need to switch up a few things, but this system can be leveraged into different coaches' spaces, right? So this is it. As always, work smart, stay blessed, and see you in the next one.